I think this is some of the most despicable emotional blackmail surrounding the 30th anniversary of Princess Diana's death I have ever seen. The mainstream media are now conspiring with organizations I believe who should know better, and I believe who are aligned, to say the least, more with Prince Harry.
I know it's going to be in person, but I think William should definitely do something that's virtual. I mean, have something planned that day, because that is clearly trying to bring them into the room together. And it's going to be very...
There is a pressure campaign underway right now targeting Prince William, and it is one of the most calculated, most cynical pieces of emotional manipulation this royal saga has produced yet, because it is not using money or titles or legal threats or leaked documents. It is using Princess Diana, the memory of a woman who died 30 years ago, a mother. And the people behind it should be ashamed of themselves. Let us be very clear about what is happening here. The Diana Award, a charity set up in Princess Diana's name, a charity of which both William and Harry, our patrons, is in the...
But you'll see that this is the pressure that is coming from the article. Caroline Graham writes, and by the way, they don't just write the article.
Early stages of planning a major event to mark the 30th anniversary of Diana's death in 2027, a black tie gala, a glittering ceremony. The kind of event that generates global headlines, red carpet photographs, and the kind of coverage that no amount of money can buy. And according to reporting in the Mail on Sunday, written by the paper's U.S. editor Caroline Graham, the question being floated, publicly, deliberately with full awareness, of exactly what it will do is whether William and Harry could be brought together at this event. For the first time since the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022, the framing is everything, because the question is not being asked neutrally. It is not being posed as a genuine inquiry into whether a reconciliation is possible or desirable or in the interests of anyone involved. It is being posed as a challenge, a test, a moral examination of Prince William's character. Will he put aside the differences? The Oprah interview, the Netflix documentary, the memoir, the accusations against his wife, the years of public humiliation. For Diana, will he do it for his mother? And if he says no, which is his absolute right, based on everything that has happened, then the narrative is already written. He is the cold brother, the unforgiving one, the man who would not even set aside his grievances for the 30th anniversary of his mother's death. That is emotional blackmail, pure and simple, and it is being run through an organization that presents itself as a charitable institution dedicated to keeping Diana's memory alive. Now let us talk about what is actually driving this, because the timing is not coincidental. The Diana Award event is being planned to coincide with Harry and Meghan's trip to Birmingham for the Invictus Games in the summer of 2027. The event is being organized around Harry's schedule, not William's schedule. Harry's, the man who stepped back from royal duties, who moved to California, who lit the institution on fire as he left. His schedule is apparently the anchor point around which a major Diana anniversary event is being built.
Meghan and Harry have their hands all over this. They are colluding. Yeah, and it's just, once again, reason for William to not be a part of it, because they're forced. But I just think William cannot be forced via these awards to do something that goes against everything that he stands for. I mean, you have to just look at the...
William, meanwhile, is the Prince of Wales, the future King of England, a man running a full program of royal engagements week in and week out, carrying an ever-growing share of the monarchy's public duties at a time when King Charles is managing ongoing health challenges. His schedule is the one that should be the reference point. His availability should be the starting point for any event that claims to represent the legacy of the woman who will one day be remembered as the mother of the king. But it is not. And that tells you everything you need to know about where the Diana Award sympathies actually lie. There is something else buried in the Mail on Sunday, reporting that makes the agenda of this whole operation absolutely transparent. A source close to the Sussex camp told the paper that Harry wants Meghan to be part of the anniversary event, to be closer to his mother's legacy. Meghan, at a Diana anniversary event, standing on a red carpet, or more likely a purple carpet, at a black tie gala, being photographed as part of the tribute to Princess Diana, a woman Meghan never met, a woman whose sons have spent the last 8 years in a state of estrangement, partly because of decisions Meghan played a central role in making. a woman whose memory has been invoked repeatedly by Harry and Meghan in interviews and documentaries and memoirs when it suited their narrative, and set aside just as quickly when it did not. The moment that detail appeared in the reporting, Meghan wants to be part of it. The entire strategy became visible. This is not a Diana tribute. This is a Sussex relaunch, a red carpet event timed to coincide with the Invictus Games that gives Harry and Meghan a glamorous, emotionally unchallengeable platform in the United Kingdom, draped in Diana's name, designed to generate the kind of sympathetic, global coverage that no amount of jam sales or lifestyle branding or podcast appearances can produce. And they need it, because the Sussex brand is in serious trouble. The As Ever products are struggling to generate meaningful sales. The Netflix numbers have been disappointing. The Spotify deal is long gone. Hollywood has moved on. The American dream that was supposed to make the exit from the royal family worthwhile has delivered some returns. $100 million Netflix deal is not nothing, but it has not delivered the permanent, self-sustaining career that was promised, and now the money is running out. So what do you do when the brand is failing and the money is running low and Hollywood will not return your calls? You go back to the one thing that made you commercially valuable in the first place. The royal connection, the Diana story, the walk behind the coffin, the two young boys in the public eye, navigating grief, growing up without their mother. Harry knows that image is his most powerful asset. Not the Invictus Games, as worthy as that work is. Not the mental health advocacy. Not the sustainability charity. The image of a boy who lost his mother. And the argument, implied, never stated directly, but running beneath every decision the Sussex camp is making right now is that anyone who stands in the way of Harry's return to the public stage is standing in the way of Diana's legacy. That is manipulation. Sophisticated, carefully constructed, emotionally devastating manipulation. And it is being aimed directly at Prince William. Because William is the only person in this entire story who cannot be bought, cannot be pressured by financial need, cannot be persuaded by commercial calculations. He is the future king. His position is secure. His public support is strong. And his judgment about Harry and Meghan, shaped by years of lived experience, by things said in private that will never be made public, by a level of personal knowledge about this situation that no journalist or commentator can fully access, is that distance is the correct response. That trust once broken at this scale cannot simply be rebuilt because a charity decides to plan a black-tie dinner. William knows what Harry and Meghan are doing. He can read this as clearly as anyone paying close attention. An event organized around Harry's schedule. A charity that has been more closely aligned with Harry's interests than his own. A source briefing the press that Meghan wants to attend to be closer to Diana's legacy. The whole thing is transparent to anyone willing to look at it clearly, and the advice being given by royal commentators who have followed this story for years is consistent. William should hold firm. He should not attend any event where his presence is being used to validate Harry and Meghan's rehabilitation. He should consider whether his continued patronage of the Diana Award is tenable, given the direction the organization appears to be taking. And he should create his own space to honor his mother's memory, on his terms, in his time, without his brother's commercial interests attached to it. Because here is what nobody in the mainstream press is saying loudly enough. The Diana Award's decision to plan this event around Harry's schedule, to float the possibility of Meghan's attendance at a Diana tribute, to brief the press in a way that puts maximum public pressure on William. That is a choice, a deliberate choice, an organization that claimed to serve. Diana's legacy equally for both brothers has revealed, through the architecture of this event, that it is not neutral, it is not equal, it is aligned, and William has every right to respond to that alignment accordingly. Now let us also consider what this event would actually be used for, because Harry and Meghan's track record on this specific subject, using Diana's memory as content, is not reassuring. The documentary marking the 30th anniversary of Diana's death is reportedly still in development, most likely for Netflix. The visit to Althorpe during Harry's recent UK trip, the reported plan to bring Archie and Lilibet to their grandmother's grave, for the first time, was framed by insiders as potentially connected to that documentary project. Every private, personal, emotionally significant moment involving Diana's memory has, at some point, found its way into content, into interviews, into streaming platforms, into promotional material. A black tie gala commemorating the 30th anniversary of Diana's death, with Harry and Meghan on the red carpet, would generate images that could be used in a documentary, in a press release, in an Instagram carousel, In a pitch to a streaming platform, the line between honoring Diana's memory and monetizing. Diana's memory has been crossed so many times by the Sussex camp that it is no longer visible. Prince William sees this. Kate sees this. The people around them see this. And the judgment that has been reached, quietly and firmly, is that participation in events that give Harry and Meghan this kind of platform is not something that serves Diana's memory. It serves the Sussex brand. Those are not the same thing. The 30th anniversary of Princess Diana's death is a moment that deserves to be marked with dignity, with genuine reflection, with the kind of quiet, sustained honoring of a remarkable woman's legacy that does not require a red carpet or a documentary, deal or a carefully timed press briefing. To the Mail on Sunday, William will find his own way to mark that anniversary, on his own terms, in his own space, with his children, who never knew their grandmother but who are being raised to understand what she meant to the country and to the world. What he will not do, and should not do, is allow his mother's death to be used as leverage, as a pressure point, as the emotional weapon of choice in a campaign designed to force a reconciliation that he has decided, with full information and clear judgment, is not something he is willing to accept on the terms currently being offered. The people running this pressure campaign should look at what they are doing and ask themselves a genuine question. Is this what Diana would have wanted? Is this how she would have wished to be remembered? As the instrument of emotional blackmail in a dispute between her sons? As the name above the door of an event designed primarily to rehabilitate the commercial prospects of her younger son and his wife? The answer, for anyone who knew Diana or has studied her life carefully, is obvious. She would have been horrified. She spent her public life fighting against the use of vulnerable people as tools for other people's agendas. She understood manipulation because she had experienced it, and she would have recognized, immediately and without hesitation, exactly what is being done in her name right now. Holds firm. That is the right call. That is the only call. And the fact that holding firm requires him to be positioned as the villain of this story, the cold brother, the unforgiving one, the man who would not even do it for Diana, is itself the clearest possible evidence that the pressure campaign is real, that it is organized, and that it has absolutely nothing to do with honoring the memory of a princess. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think William should attend the Diana Award anniversary event? And do you believe this pressure campaign is genuinely about Diana, or about something else entirely? Subscribe for daily royal coverage. This story is moving fast, and the stakes could not be higher.